National Football League. It's Super Bowl Sunday. Philadelphia Eagles taking on Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs.
When you think about the classic venues to host the NFL's ultimate game, this one's right up near the top of the list. The Caesars Superdome here in New Orleans. We are minutes away from Super Bowl 59, and we've got a tremendous matchup in store. Two teams more than ready to get this one started. And we are underway here on EA Sports. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The second-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
As we begin the Super Bowl, we're looking at one of the game's most important players. And whether he's the centerpiece of the offense or taking a backseat to his teammates, offenses always look to the quarterback to be a leader in moments like this. He's got to be that calm, composed pillar out there who stays level-headed and keeps everyone focused on the task at hand.
On first down, Hurts.
Oh, he's going to take a shot right away.
That's caught at the 25. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Dallas Goedert with a first touchdown of this Super Bowl, and a long one at that. And the Eagles will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. So a long play for our first points in the Super Bowl.
No doubt about it, and what we see here is something that we saw all year long from them. The ability to strike from anywhere on the field. How about the way they got it started in this one?
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. It's caught at the 5. And he will not be able to turn the corner. He's out of bounds shy of the goal line. And the defense steps up and denies the attempt for 2. I thought the days of the fake extra point were numbered once they moved these kicks back to the 15. Apparently, I was mistaken.
Yeah, I was wondering who was ever going to try to do this. In fact, I quit wondering. I didn't think it would ever happen. Taking a fake from the 15-yard line to try and pick up an extra point, I didn't think anyone would ever call this.
So they went for 2 and failed. They didn't use him on the PAT, but now he boots this one away with a 6-0 lead. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. The KC offense set to go, led as always by the gunslinger, a former MVP in this league. It's Patrick Mahomes.
And no doubt he's living out a dream right now. He's had dating back to his first days of playing football as a kid. But he certainly can't get lost in the moment right now. There's still a Super Bowl to be played, and his offense, they're looking to him to be their leader. You can take it all in when it's over. Right now, you've got the biggest game of your life to win.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Well, this one complete. It's Rashee Rice. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Motion man right is Rice. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. From the 46, here's 2nd and 3. Pacheco gets it up the gut. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, and go for a touchdown. But the runs that really make it work are the ones where you just get what you need, right? He barely got the 1st down, but he got it.
Pretty nice work defensively there on the 1st down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
From a couple of yards beyond midfield, here's 2nd and 8. Headed straight, it's Pacheco. And he's going to take this close to the 1st down marker as he stopped at the Eagles' 41. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They'll try for the first with Pacheco. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
It wasn't a goal line situation, but how about the goal line formation on 3rd and short? They went in and went heavy. No surprise I knew he was going to get the football. How about the power exhibited there?
Yeah, that was just put a hat on a hat, drive forward. Nice job to pick it up. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. Pitch and catch here to Travis Kelce. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit. And another 1st down. A handoff now for Pacheco. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
I think that run gives us evidence that the defense is getting a little bit tired out there. They've been out in the field for a long time, and that last run, they just cut right through them.
On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hopkins. What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again. They clearly wanted to come out, Charles, and be aggressive throwing the football, and they've been pretty efficient along with that aggressiveness. He's now 4 of 4 on this opening drive.
Yeah, and that's led to a fresh set of downs. I like what he's doing back there. You can tell he's at ease. Feels good about what he's doing. I think if I'm the play caller, I'm reading that, and I'm continuing to let him throw the football.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short. We are just getting started here at Super Bowl 59 in New Orleans. 1 quarter in the books. 6-0 is our score. Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. You are watching the NFL. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Buried for the sack by big Jalen Carter. They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage, or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure, and it was the right call.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on third down. Now here's Mahomes. Under pressure, they got him again. Josh Sweat rushing in and bringing him down to the ground.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
So on fourth down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. This will be a 34-yard attempt. Butker's kick here is good, and they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. So the field goal that cuts the lead in half as they, too, are able to get some points on their initial drive of the game.
Yeah, all in all, a pretty positive response, right, to the points that were scored against them, and they got a little help from their opponent anyway. Missed the conversion, so now they're just 3 back.
And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Eagles coming out as they get ready.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. That one downfield for Dotson. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, they took their shot. That one was kind of up for grabs that time. And you've got to be careful defensively not to make contact too early. But that was textbook right there to get in tight and force the incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10. Hurts. That one downfield for Dotson. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Hurts sets up to throw it. Throw right side, caught by Goddard, the tight end. And he'll be stopped here well short of the 1st down at the 24-yard line. So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop him well short.
On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. Kansas City taking the field for their 2nd drive. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
And maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. Flushed out right. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the 1st. 2 minutes on the clock in the 2nd quarter of this Super Bowl. To throw, it's Mahomes.
He'll drop this off to Pacheco.
So he stopped for no gain, and that'll make it 2nd and goal.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
It's Nakobe Dean with a pick. And the Eagles are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts.
Flush to his right. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on 1st down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid gain to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
2nd down. Here's Hurts.
He's going deep for Brown. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield.
So a costly penalty yardage-wise as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball. And if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen at the end of the play. But if you're looking for the football, it's less likely to draw the flag.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
It's another 1st down as this time they get an even 20.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Here's Hurts to throw.
Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10. Throwing is Hurts.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old school defense right now. The new school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal.
And it's a fake. He's going to throw it. And all the gamble fails. It's incomplete. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. 13 seconds, the time remaining in the half as they come up on 1st down. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there. So it's halftime here on sports' grandest stage in the Super Bowl. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, but one of the greatest performances of the year usually, but not here. Halftime of the Super Bowl is skipped, and we are on to the 2nd half.
These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl.
And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The Chiefs ready to go on offense to begin quarter number 3. And they trail here in the Super Bowl, but fortunately for them, Charles, very much still within striking range.
Yeah, things didn't go exactly the way they planned in the 1st half. To me, they appeared to be a little bit tight, made a few errors they normally wouldn't. But, of course, this is the Super Bowl, so things get a little bit heightened in that regard. But I think they have to feel a little fortunate. They're only down what they are here starting the 3rd quarter.
Here's Pacheco to begin the drive.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Nice chunk of yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Call it a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now.
How about that, partner? His second sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2 sacks in the previous 52 Super Bowls, but only 3 have had the record number of 3 sacks in this game.
And we've got the list here. If he gets another one and everyone behaves nicely, we might just list those out for him. Here's the Chiefs punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Fielded at about the 28.
And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half.
Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
This one goes out wide for Barkley.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Good work after the catch, going to net him 23 and a first.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing, and they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Now Hurts going to keep it running left.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. It's a loss of 10 yards on the play, and it'll be a 2nd and long.
Boy, the pursuit there, terrific from the linebacking core.
Oh, it certainly was, because so many times on an option play, you'll see a linebacker make a beeline for the quarterback and then zip, one cut, and he's grasping at air. But this time, he locked in on him the whole way, took an excellent angle, and his grasp came up with the quarterback.
Second down, here's Jalen Hurts.
Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down.
That's an excellent read right there. Saw cover 1. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Back to throw here. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. Now back to throw. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. Dallas Goedert, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl.
And the Eagles are able to stretch out their lead. The CD, you know, anytime they get close to the red zone, he is such a threat, and there he is again already, his 2nd touchdown of the ball game.
And I know it's probably a little bit of a failing on my part, but you know I watch a game through defensive eyes, and I don't understand what the coverage was doing there. When he headed out deep, they should have adjusted and flowed towards him. Instead, they left him out there and gave him a chance to make a big play. And, of course, he did exactly that. His size, speed, and versatility makes him a top target in any game.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And it's caught inside the 5. And this play is not going to work. He's out of bounds, well shy of the goal line, and the try for 2, unsuccessful.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When they'd line up, go ahead, and oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward, it's just not there.
So risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line.
And the Chiefs now getting set to go.
And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
Yeah, this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
Up the middle, here's Pirine.
7 yards there and a first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Escaping the pressure right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
They run it with Pacheco from the gun.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
So that's the end of 3 here in Super Bowl 59 from Caesars Superdome. The 4th and final quarter coming right up.
You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Mahomes now on first down.
Open man is the tight end, Noah Gray.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
And a short gain down to about the 33.
Jalen Carter in on that tackle.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9.
Throwing now is Mahomes.
They'll set up the screen to Pacheco.
And he's down into the red zone at the 16 after a gain of 16. 1st and 10.
Well, they certainly had their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Pacheco.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Forced out to his left. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time, and that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
Pacheco into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
That was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Second down, goal to go.
Now Mahomes. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right. And if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know.
Doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Important extra point up and through. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away.
Britton Covey going to bring it out of his end zone. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down.
Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left.
Now a 2nd and 6. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They'll try and run some clock here with Barkley. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
A yard all they need, but it's third down.
They're going to look to throw.
That is caught, and that should do it. He's got a first down, and the Eagles, they can run it out from here.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee, and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
And the Lombardi Trophy will rest in the city of brotherly love. The Philadelphia Eagles are the Super Bowl champs. And to the Super Bowl champions, they etch their name forever in NFL immortality.
That's pretty phenomenal right there. It actually gave me chills just to hear you say that, because immortality forever and ever. When you look in the record books, you'll see this team, you'll see their picture, that your name will be a part of it. That's got to be an incredible feeling, because it's been a long journey to get there, and now they get a chance to enjoy it.
And they are the Super Bowl champs. The Lombardi Trophy is theirs, and so are bragging rights for an entire season. And what a season it has been. Feels like we have been there every step of the way. Our entire crew doing a wonderful job. Thanks to my broadcast partner, Charles Davis. For all those guys, I'm Brandon Gaudin signing off. We'll talk to you next season right here on EA Sports.